First of all then, can you just tell me how police were alerted to this incident? Just go over that for me.
We were alerted at just after 3 p.m. this afternoon when we took a call from a member of the public to say that he was aware of an apparent stabbing incident taking place. We responded and, as I've just described, found a number of victims, 4 deceased at that stage, I think, and 2 who were subsequently confirmed as deceased.
And whereabouts were they when they were found? Were they inside the property or on the street?
Some were inside and some were outside. I think there were 2 victims outside.
Can you just explain to me the nature of the injuries that they suffered?
I can't detail the injuries because I don't know myself. Early indications are that they'd all been subject to a knife attack.
You have a 30-year-old man in police custody at the hospital. Explain what his injuries are, what condition he's in at the moment.
He has been subject to hospital treatment. He has knife injuries and he remains in hospital, as I understand it, in a stable condition but subject to police guard.
A lot is being said about the ages and sexes of these victims and their relationship to each other. Can you tell us anything about, were they known to each other, were they part of a family?
I can't be more specific or speculate at this stage on the relationship between any of the victims. Clearly that's something that I'm anxious to try and establish as quickly as possible. None of the parties have been formally identified, so that's a priority for me.
You touched on it there that this is extremely rare for something like this to happen in Jersey. How is that having a bearing on your officers, yourself and your officers working in the force?
As I understand it, the last murder in Jersey was in 2004, that's 7 years ago. It shows you what sort of a rare occurrence homicide is here in Jersey. But in particular, multiple deaths of this nature are an extremely rare occurrence, and the response by the emergency services initially was excellent, and the support that we've had from the local community has also been very good. But I'm anxious to hear from anybody, however insignificant they think the information they might have, to contact us and let us be the best judge of that.
Just finally, there's been a lot of shock expressed at this by our listeners this evening. What is your message to the community? Can you offer any reassurance to them hearing this today?
Other than that I've already indicated, Jersey is an incredibly safe place, probably one of the safest places in the Western world. Crime here is extremely low. Incidents of this nature are incredibly rare. We're working extremely hard to identify the parties involved. We've got 1 suspect in custody, and we're determined to establish exactly what's happened here this afternoon.